Welcome all. In this lecture I am going to discuss about basics of asymptotic analysis. It is just about part 1 of it. I am going to discuss the definition of data structure once again. A data structure is the organization of the data in a way so that it can be used efficiently. We want to use our data efficiently and we want to perform some operations on it. For this purpose, we are using the data structure, which is efficient in terms of storing the data, and if we want to use our data, we would be able to use it efficiently. This is the definition I have discussed in my previous lecture. Okay. So now, efficiently term is a very important. In order to use data efficiently, we have to store it efficiently. There is no doubt about it. We have to store our data efficiently if you really want to use data efficiently. Now discuss the efficiency in more details. So the efficiency of data structure is always measured in terms of time and space. Let me tell you, when efficiency comes, it is always measured in terms of time and space. So what is the picture of an ideal data structure? An ideal data structure would be the one that takes the least possible time for all its operations and consumes the least memory space. Both these things, the term time and space, should be less. It should take the less amount of time for all its operations and should consume the least memory. Okay, then I can say our data structure will be an ideal data structure. Now our focus will be on finding the time complexity, not the space complexity. Let me tell you, we are not interested in finding the space, that how much space the data structure consumes. We are right now interested in time complexity for easing our task. Okay, so by finding the time complexity, we would be able to guess which data structure would be the best. Alright, now there is a one question, like what basis we could compare the time complexity of the data structure. This is a very important question. Let me tell you, we are going to compare the data structure. Alright, now how we can compare the time complexity of the data structures and on what basis we compare it. We will compare the data structure on the basis of operations performed on them. Now let me give you the example and the whole concept will be clear to you. Let's take an example of an array, and this is our array. Okay, let's say we have these many elements in our array. Right now the size is not determined, but just think of this, that this array is capable of storing 100 elements, and right now we have 8 elements in it. Okay, count it: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We have just 8 elements. We have in this array, let's say our target is to add data at the beginning of the list. What is our target? Our target is to add any data, like we have here 4. We have to add this data into the beginning of the list. So this operation we want to perform on this array. Array is a data structure. We want to perform this operation, addition operation, that is adding data at the beginning of the list, and I want to know how much time it will take. Let's start this properly. We have this 4. Okay, when it will we can add this into here. This will take time to reach here. Okay, after reaching here, we know that we have 100 elements to store in our array. Now obviously this trying to reach this particular place slowly. There is already an element at the beginning of the list. Okay, There must be an empty slot available in the array. As I already told you, the array is capable of storing 100 elements. Now what we will do is we'll shift all the elements towards right, like I am shifting here in the right. These elements we will shift to right, then there should be an empty slot over here. Then we can easily add our element at the beginning of the list. So there is much hard work, right? Okay, so much hard. If you want to add an element at the beginning of the list and that to an array, it would be a very difficult task. We have to shift elements towards right and then we can add our element. Let's take another type of data structure. So this is our another type of data structure, and this is called as linked list. We have nodes and null pointer, and this is an head pointer, and we have this nodes contains data. Okay, this is data, this is address, and this is data. 1 is data, 2 is data, and 6 is data, and these are the addresses 1000 and 3000 and null. Now the difference is that in array stores data in contiguous style. That is, obviously if the address of first element is 1000, then the address of the next element will be 1002. If I am assuming that size of int is 4 bytes, right? But in linked list it's not important. It might be possible that the address of the one node is 1000 and the address of the next node is 2000. It could be any address. It just stored the address of the next node so that it can be linked to the next node. So this gonna linked list call about, and obviously there is a head pointer which is pointing to the first element of the list, so that we can reach the first element, and then after that we can reach the second element. This is about linked list. Okay, now let's say we want to add particular data in the beginning of the list. This particular data we have to add here. We definitely have to store the address of the particular node over here, right? So replace it by 1000. If we are adding this here, we can replace null by 1000 with this one. This is the address of this point, this node. Okay, I have addressed it as 1000 and I have shifted my head pointer to this one. Okay, after that we just change the head pointer and it will now point to the particular location. With this idea we will be able to add over element at the beginning of the list. Previously the head pointer was pointing to this particular node, now it is pointing to this node. This is the new node, this one is the new node at the beginning of the list. This is the beginning of the list, and this node we have added here. And this data structure is much efficient in comparison to the array. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion: if you want to add data at the beginning of the list, then it is much faster in the case of linked list than arrays. Inserting an element at the beginning of the list is way faster in the linked list than arrays. Okay, we have this way we can compare the data structures, and this will ultimately give the idea to select the best possible data structure for a particular operation. Here we are performing an operation that is adding the data at the beginning of the list. It is clear that linked list is performing better than arrays. So definitely we will choose linked list. So this way we can compare the data structure, and this will ultimately give the best possible data structure for a particular operation. That is why we are studying time complexity, because with time complexity we would be able to know that which operation on which data structure will take less time. In other lectures we will learn more about time complexity and how to find the time complexity. Okay, studying time complexity is very important. It will help us in determining which data structure is better for a particular operation. Thank you for watching this lecture.